A topic that I think is so important to discuss is authenticity. In a world where people are pretending to be someone they're not, in a world where people are watering themselves down to make other people feel comfortable, and in a world where we think we should fit a certain mould, we forget how perfectly amazing our authentic self is. We forget how important it is to let yourself shine. And we fear people's judgment and people's rejection, and fear if we're fully our own self that we are too much. But honey, if you're too much, let them go find less. On this channel, I love to discuss all things self-development, encouraging you to become the best version of yourself whilst being your authentic self, and just motivating you, being your virtual cheerleader. So if this sounds like your vibe, I would love if you could like and subscribe. So let's talk authenticity. Like I said, in a world where we think we should be a certain type of person, we often forget who we are, what we value, and what our needs are. And I'm not talking societal pressures. I have covered that in previous videos. I'm talking feeling embarrassed to show who we fully are at our core. Because at some point in our life, we've been made to water down who we are as a person. Or simply, you could have been told you're too much. You could have been bullied from a young age. Or you've just adapted and think, I should just play it small. And the shine I have inside of me, I just need to keep dimming it down and watering it down. But what if I were to tell you that is the one thing that's holding you back in life? That is the next chapter that you need to unlock. That is the next chapter that you need to unlock. I want to see you be the weird and the wonderful. I want to see you be authentically and unapologetically you. I want you to ignore those haters, those people that make you feel like you're too much. That says everything to do with their level of comfort and not to do with yours. And if I'm honest, that is so sad. The fact that someone is uncomfortable with you shining is such an insecure projection, and it's not okay. It's not an okay behaviour. If you have quirky attributes, let them shine. If you have interesting hobbies, go for it. Because I guarantee the more you pursue those hobbies, the more you're going to align with people that are in your tribe. And that is the importance of being your full authentic self. The more you show up for yourself and show up who you are, the more you're going to circle yourself around. The more you're going to circle yourself with the right people and people that resonate with what you resonate with. And if from an early age you were bullied for your weight, for your height, for your look, anything to do physical, or just you as a person, your personality, I completely hear you and I know how hard it is. And that might have stuck with you and ingrained in you. But I don't want that to hold you back any further. When someone is outwardly nasty like that to you, when someone picks on you, and when someone tries to dim your light, that, my friend, is the ugly green monster. Part of them probably wish they could have your shine. They wish they could have your personality. They wish that they could be authentic like you. They wish that they could have those quirky attributes. But instead of celebrating you like they should, they project their insecurities onto you and make it seem like a you problem. Then you end up dulling who you are and watering yourself down. And I really can't stand it when women are against women, for example. Women will constantly put other women down to either get themselves to the top because they think another beautiful woman next to them will bring them down. Or they think to themselves, do you know what, she's prettier than me. If I push her down, she'll believe in herself less. Whereas actually, if you were a secure woman, you would stay in your own lane and you would walk down that runway together holding hands. There's plenty of room on that catwalk for the both of you. By that woman shining brightly, that's not going to dim you. You together can become a powerhouse. If you feel threatened by another woman's confidence, another woman's magnetism, and another woman's attention, rather than projecting it onto them, making them seem like the issue and making them feel insecure, work on your own confidence and your own self-esteem. Let's stop women dragging women down. We've worked so hard to get to where we are. Why are we going against each other rather than supporting each other and raising each other up? It is the most baffling of situations. I don't get it. I don't get it when girls say, I surround myself with people. I mean, they won't openly say it, but if a girl turns around and says, I surround myself with people that are less good looking than me to make myself feel secure, girl, you need to go to therapy, touch some grass. If you are past the age of 30 and you are a mean girl, you need to go and reevaluate your life. You need to work on your own insecurities. Because dragging another goddess down is not the answer, and you're just being a bitch. And there's absolutely no need for it. And that gets me onto the topic of bullies. So you could, again, water yourself down who you are because you've been bullied for being who you were. You were seen as the weird kid. You were seen as someone who stood out when they were a child, or even in friendship groups, in family dynamics, in adulthood. And rather than people celebrating your authenticness and rather than people celebrating your uniqueness, they decided to put a damper on your sparkle. They made you question yourself. The problem with bullies is they're so unhappy in their own life. They will purposely put you down and make you question your worth because they have such a fragile self-worth themselves. Their ego is this close to breaking that their only way of lifting themselves up is pushing you down. They are not happy people. They are not people smiling through life. You will not see a happy, fulfilled, confident person putting someone else down. So the reason I bring this up is if someone's bullied you, because if someone's bullying you for being a bit extroverted, being a bit wild, just being a bit cray-cray, having a bit of a sparkle in your personality, that is them trying to bring you down to their sorry existence of a life. And it is really sad. And if anything, there's a bit of empathy there because the fact that they live such an unfulfilled life and they have to fill it with drama and cattiness or bullying and nastiness, it really does say where they are at in life. And it really shows the lack of... And it really shows that everything that you have is what they lack. So rather than, again, looking at you as an inspiration and going, wow, I'm so impressed by this person, I'm so mesmerised, they're like, they have everything I want, I feel threatened, so my only way to feel better in myself is to put this person down. So the moral of that is So the moral of this story is bullies aren't actually powerful, they are weak as hell. They are as fragile as me after a heavy night out. So don't absorb it. Don't absorb their criticism. So try not to absorb their criticism. It's not coming from a place of love. It's not coming from a place of support. And it most certainly isn't coming from a place of them trying to help you become the best version of yourself and saying, toughen up. Absolutely not. What a load of rubbish. They're trying to dull you down. They're trying to dull your sparkle. They're trying to bring you down to their level. Ignore them. They're full of crap. You keep doing that weird shit. Unleash that inner weirdo. Say that thing. Of course, as long as you're respectful. Let's not be to the point where we're being disrespectful to people or we're saying something that could fear the life out of someone. But just, be you. Unfiltered. Unapologetic. Don't let these bullies win. That's what they want. They want to dumb you down. Protect your peace at all costs. And the more you are your weird, wonderful and authentic self, again, the more you're going to be around the people that love you and respect you for who you are. And you know what? Those people aren't going to want you to change because they love you for exactly who you are. And that is how it should be. You should be around people that encourage that bring out that inner child in you. There's nothing more amazing when you see someone having such a good time as an adult and you can just see their inner child is so happy. In a world full of pretenders, in a world full of people trying to be who they're not, or trying to be someone else, or trying to be that next best thing, stop. You're not doing yourself any favours. It's draining. It's draining to be someone else. And frankly, one day your mask's going to slip. People are going to see you for who you are. So it's better to be on your terms and just be authentic than one day it just to come out. And you know what? When it does come out, people are going to be like, wow, you're so cool. What's happened here? Where's this big change? I love this. And you'll look back and go, oh, I could have been myself from the start. But I nearly let the haters win. I nearly let the bullies put me down. I nearly let the bitchiness and the nastiness make me think that I'm not good enough and that I should push myself down and dim my light and dull my sparkle. But Joe Bloggs over here loves me for who I am. Abso-fucking-lutely we do. And the more you show that person, the more we're going to love you. We won't get enough of you. We'll be like, we want more of this. So do yourself a favour. Don't let the haters win. Don't let the bullies bring you down. And don't let these bitches push you off that catwalk. You are an icon. And I know that because you're watching this video. I'm an icon. And you deserve the absolute best, being who you are and being accepted for who you are. Ciao for now, Bella.